Last night, we saw the Washington Commanders take part in what potentially might be the biggest playoff upset of all time. I mean, you guys see the jersey right here. You clearly know who I am a fan of. So yes, this video might be a little bit of Commander glazing. I don't care. We have not won a playoff game, back-to-back playoff games. I don't even want to think about it. I was not alive. So yes, Commander glazing, whatever you want to say, let's talk about the biggest playoff upset of all time. The Lions, they were a very good team, and they've been a very good team throughout the entirety of the NFL season. You got two of the best coordinators in the entire league. They're probably both going to go be head coaches. Dan Campbell, he is one of the best coaches in the league. I think that is all fairly safe things to say. You have a very good run game with David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. You got Jared Goff, who looks like a top 10 quarterback in the league. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I think is a top 5 wide receiver. And then you got Sam Laporta, who, yes, might have had a down year statistically speaking, but he is still a top 5 tight end in the league. I was going to say top 3, but then people were not going to be rocking with that. So top 5 tight end in the league. The big issue with this Detroit Lions team, the injuries. They had 18 defensive players on the IR. I want to sit here and act like the Detroit Lions didn't have 18 players on the IR, and a majority of them were key rotational, if not star pieces to their team. But the Commanders walked into Detroit, they took over Detroit, and then they left Detroit. Now, the reason the Commanders won that game, I could probably narrow it down to 2 big reasons. One, the turnovers. More specifically, the first strip sack we had on Jared Goff. Back to the point of that game, it was 10-7. The Lions were driving. They were on our territory. We force a strip sack, that absolutely kills their momentum. Go down, we score a touchdown. If we don't have that super early turnover, create that super early turnover, and they go down and they score that touchdown, all of the momentum is with the home team. The crowd is going to be rocking. Now, Jayden Daniels, he might be able to handle that. Because the defense created timely turnovers, we didn't have to see that. It allowed Jayden Daniels and this offense to do what it does best, and that is put up points. That's the other reason we won this game. We scored more points than them, and you might be sitting here like, dude, that is how football works. But we put up 45 points. I don't remember the last time a Commanders team put up 45 points besides this season. Somebody commented on my Twitter, that second quarter scoring 28 points. That was the highest scoring quarter of Commander or whatever DC football name we had that I can remember. I'm 22 years old. 28 points is probably the highest point total I have ever seen in a quarter. It was absolutely electric. And the time of that quarter going on, I did not realize how many touchdowns we scored, but we scored 4 touchdowns. So going back to turnovers, the pick 6 by Quan Martin. That was the play where I actually stood out of my chair and started screaming in my room. My roommates came in and asked, what was I doing? Was I okay? And I was like, dude, are you not watching this game? Quan Martin to the rescue. The play was electric. Mike Sanders still had 2 interceptions, one right before halftime, another momentum shutdown play by the defense. Football is a game of inches, but it's also a game of momentum. And anytime you can make a play to kill another team's momentum, it is very hard to get it back. Mikey Sanders still did that twice. First time being right before halftime when he picked off the Jameson Williams post route, and the second time when he picked off the Jameson Williams end around throw, which, why did you throw that football? There was probably a chance there if they go down and score on that drive that this is a closer game than we actually had. Time of that interception, it was a 10-point game. There were like 12 minutes left in the game, maybe a little bit less, but still, the game was far from over. And he made 2 huge momentum-shifting plays. One of the coolest things about this Commanders team so far is their 4th and 3rd down efficiency. Now, 3rd down this game, we were not the greatest. We were 4 for 12, but on 4th down, we were 3 for 4. And the only reason we were not 4 for 4 was it was a weird play call. I don't love the Marcus Mariota, Jayden Daniels, Brian Robinson triple option on 4th downs. It's worked multiple times this year and okay, but teams are going to figure that out. It looked like the Lions did sniff it out. It was like a fake QB sneak, and the Lions just were all over it. The fact that teams are so scared of Jayden Daniels running for these 3rd and these 4th and short conversions, it allows him to sit in the pocket and make the easy throw. The Zach Ertz touchdown, the Zach Ertz conversions, it's a money play because teams are so committed to the Jayden Daniels outside run. That also opens up the Brian Robinson run up the middle. All that to say is we are a very efficient team when it matters. Detroit was also fairly efficient. They actually, percentage-wise, were better than us, especially on 4th down. They were 2 for 2. On 3rd down, they were 3 for 9. But that doesn't matter when you are turning over the football. Again, we won this game because, 1, we scored more points than them. They could not stop us. But 2, the turnovers. The turnovers killed Detroit. You guys can't see it behind my head, but you can see how many turnovers the Commanders had. We had 0. Detroit had 5. Going into this game, I have watched every single Commanders game so far this season, and for a lot of seasons. We are not a good defense. Even that one year we were supposed to be an absolute strap of a defense, we were not good. I fully expected Detroit to go in there and just put up points. I thought maybe our offense could put up points too, but I just didn't think we were going to be able to put up enough points. But by the fact that our defense created 5 turnovers, that is the reason we won this game. I had to give out 3 MVPs to the Commanders. 1, it's going to be Jayden Daniels. He put on an absolute clinic. We haven't really talked about him much this video. We can talk about Jayden Daniels in depth after the season is over. The dude has literally changed my life. 2, Mikey Sanderstill, the rookie out of Michigan, the 2nd rounder who made momentum shifting plays. And 3, I'm going to give it to Dyami Brown. Now, Dyami Brown makes me want to lose my mind sometimes, but he also makes big plays when we need big plays. He had the no-look catch. I have never seen somebody catch a 50-yard dime without looking at the football. Absolutely insane. He's having one heck of a playoff run, and the whole Amon-Ra St. Brown quote of him saying, I think they picked that guy from UNC, Dyami Brown, over me. He turned up, and shout out Dyami Brown. Not to say we're not sure who we're playing quite yet. I am recording this at like noon on Sunday, so either Philly or LA, but it's going to be a good one. Go Commanders. We are back.